Today on CityCast Nashville, the Porter Fleece Summer Market is back this weekend, and it's got us thinking about Nashville's creative community. We talk with founder Katie Vance and local ceramic artist Emily Martin about where to get crafty in town, why handmade still matters, and what not to miss at this year's market. It's Thursday, June 11th. I'm Marie Cecile Anderson, and this is what Nashville's talking about. How would you describe Nashville's craft scene right now?
I think right now it's just been so exciting to see just everything continue to blossom as the city continues to blossom. I think something that's super exciting is that you're seeing makers really start to collaborate together. So it's been really fun to myself work with them on projects or see makers kind of team up and do things together. Just seeing new artists kind of come into play all over the board.
So you wouldn't say our crafty artists are competitive. They're more of a community here.
Yeah, I think that's what I've noticed over many years here. It's been something that's unique, that's a little bit different than other cities, is I think everyone is, looking to share ideas or team up or be helpful of oh, I've been this store or this store. So I think that's been really cool to just see the Nashville community be collaborative in that way.
You're the founder, creator, organizer of Porter Fleece. Love the Porter Fleece so very much. You have these artists coming and selling their wares, but where are these people coming from? Have they taken workshops and classes here in town and have taught themselves? Or where do us regular folks begin if we want to get into something like that?
For Porter Fleece, we're just so lucky to have makers come really from all over the country, probably with an emphasis in the Southeast and, of course, certainly Nashville. Folks have gotten their start from all over, I think, from, just different schooling backgrounds. There's some great classes through Watkins, which is now part of Belmont. Also in town, there are some ceramic classes, Clay Lady, campus. And I think the other thing is looking for a mentor. I think a lot of makers have, when they're interested in something, they will reach out to someone in the same genre that they're looking at and can connect with them and learn from them as well.
Where would you send a total beginner versus someone who's more advanced?
Thunder Moon in town does amazing workshops. There's Nashville Craft Club, which also has some really unique offerings. So I think just starting locally at some places like that and, like I said, talking to another artist in the industry and really learning about it and see where they started and use that as a building block.
Are there any standout pottery or painting spots you love?
Yeah, pottery-wise, I think the Clay Lady campus is a great option. Also, there's an amazing maker. Her business is Handmade Studio, Tennessee. Morgan Williamson, she leads amazing clay workshops in her studio. Getting involved in either of those would be a great start in the ceramics realm.
Have you ever been to Glass House?
I haven't. I really want to. I think it would be so fun. And
I haven't been either.
Yeah, my office is in Berry Hill and it's close. So I definitely need to check it out.
It looks like that would really be pushing the beginner to go advance blowing glass and stuff. Do you know if bead making or jewelry making, are we still in our friendship bracelet era here in Nashville? Are there places where we can get that on?
The Thunder Moon workshops, I think that would be a good spot. Another great recommendation, Open Invite, just opened in East Nashville, and it's Apple and Oak and Whiskey Water. And the owner of Whiskey Water also runs the Charm Bar. So she's got some really unique, you can go in and kind of make your own charm jewelry, which I know is really cool and popular in the jewelry realm. So that could be something that could kind of substitute for the friendship bracelet.
I know. Are we over the friendship bracelet?
I love Taylor Swift, so no,
I do too. Me too, girl. I'm always here for the friendship bracelets.
That's right.
Well, so is there a good craft night or a date night vibe in town that you might recommend?
Nashville Craft Club offers something along those lines, which would be really cool. The other recommendation, I'm not sure that there'd be evening classes, but if you're looking for a day date, you could check out White Brick Studio. They've also got some amazing classes that could be really fun.
Are you aware of any family-friendly classes or art camps you might recommend?
Again, that White Brick Studio would be really cool. I know the Frisk has a new lineup coming up, as well as Cheekwood, so I would check all of those locations.
Yeah, my mom was an art teacher here in Metro for over 20 years, and she taught art classes at Cheekwood. So I too would recommend Cheekwood as a great place for kids to go to learn.
For sure.
What is the pricing on supplies these days? Do you have your favorite art supply stores in town that you would recommend? Are there any deals that folks can look out for?
I think the big one is, Jerry's Artorama is a great one. But I think, of course, would be a proponent of trying to buy from a local art store and seeing what they have. And I'm sure making a connection there would be super helpful to have in your back pocket as a burgeoning artist.
And then are you into any of these creative reuse centers?
Yeah, there is Turnip Green Reuse. I know they've got some amazing stuff there that a lot of people have been successful with. And so I would check them out if you're in the market. I think they've got all kinds of art supplies, all kinds of tile and really interesting materials. So I think if that's something that you're wanting to get creative with, that's a great local source.
If you had a friend visiting Nashville this weekend and wanted to do something super creative, where would you take them?
I would love to check out what Thunder Moon's got going on, Open Invite. Also checking out the Den in East Nashville. But I think if you're checking out all these kind of really cool local boutiques, you can really see some of the maker-driven wares and meet local folks and just see the creative scene that's going on here.
If someone wants to meet other crafty people, where would you recommend them go?
Any of these workshops that we've talked about, I think would be great. I also would obviously love people to come to Porter Flea. So that's coming up on June 12th and 13th for our summer market. So we're really excited about all things summer. And we really treat this market as a shop for yourself. So I think it's going to be a great spot to meet other folks and see what 200 plus makers have to offer.
So if someone's listening and they've never been to Porter Flea, what's your elevator pitch for them?
Porter Flea started with 35 vendors in 2011. And now, like I mentioned, it's grown to 200, 250 makers. So all small businesses, all handmade. So it's just a great spot to come, be able to meet people. We've got everything from painting, illustration, furniture, natural beauty and kind of wellness products there. Not only that, there's also, some handmade food products as well. So we really just have something really for everyone. There's plant vendors, ceramics, jewelry. So just really cool offerings. And, whatever you could possibly be in the market for, would probably have it.
And then are these artists professional artists? This is what they do full time, or are they just regular folks like you or me?
It's a mix of both. It's definitely been fun to see folks that maybe in the beginning were doing it kind of as a side hustle, but then see their business grow and that they've turned it into full time, which is amazing. So whether they're just starting out and then kind of see their brand grow, or it's like their full-time gig, they love being in Porter Flea. Every year is kind of a part of their business as well. So really all over the map there.
How often is the Porter Flea?
We do a summer market and a holiday market. So two times a year. Yep.
Okay, wonderful. I've been to the holiday one and y'all have saved me in a pinch. That's where I get most of my gifts.
Yes,
Very
it's always
grateful.
so fun to see people carrying just bags and bags out of holiday market and say, I finished my shopping. I'm like, that's amazing. Thanks for supporting all these small businesses.
Yeah. I will never forget going with my dad and him picking out the coolest necklace for my mom and her just being so blown away that he would pick that out for her. She, as an artist herself, she just was really touched by it. So it's really neat. Looking for the perfect summer night out in Nashville? Don't miss Bluegrass Night at the Hermitage on June 12th, part of the new Roots and Rhythms Americana concert series presented by Wilson Bank and Trust. Doors open at 5 with a special pre-concert ceremony at 6:30 and live music beginning at 7. Hosted by Craig Havikhurst, producer and co-host of the weekly bluegrass show, The Old Fashioned. The evening will feature live performances by Frank Sullivan and Dirty Kitchen and Sickard Hollow. The event will also include a special presentation honoring Ed Snodderly as 2026 Roots and Rhythms Legacy Award recipient. Bring a blanket or lawn chair and enjoy live bluegrass, local food and drinks, and one of the most unique outdoor concert settings in Tennessee. Tickets are $20 for general admission, $10 for Hermitage members, and kids 13 and under get in for free. VIP tickets are also available for $50 and include lounge access, priority seating, a private bar, and more. Bluegrass Night is just the start of the summer-long Roots and Rhythm series at the Hermitage. Get your tickets today at thehermitage.com. If your windows are drafty, noisy, or just plain outdated, it might be time for an upgrade. And guess what? You are in luck, because Window Nations is running its Buy 4 Windows, Get 4 free sale going on now. Introducing Illumilite windows exclusively for Window Nation. They're designed to give you triple pane performance with the look and weight of a double pane window. Their windows help improve energy efficiency, reduce outside noise by 15% or more, and add more light and brightness to your home. They're also easier to open, clearer to see through, and built to keep your home comfortable year-round, all backed by a limited lifetime warranty. Plus, Window Nation measures 3 times, installs in as little as 1 day, and offers more than 1,500 styles and colors. With decades of experience and millions of windows installed nationwide, you can trust the job gets done right the first time. Don't wait to put an end to your window problems. Schedule a fast, free consultation now at windownation.com. Welcome back, folks. So with the Porter Flea coming up this weekend, we thought how fun it would be to speak to one of the artists from this year's Porter Flea. So without further ado, here is Emily Martin. What's the hardest part about selling handmade work in a world where people can just buy anything and everything instantly online?
It's definitely an interesting time to be an artist and a handmade artist. I think this idea and like this rewiring of our brains, even through like the algorithm and social media and TikTok and everything, we just like the dopamine hits so quick. And if it's not quick and easy and available right when you want it, it can lose its spark. So I do think there has been a season where it's definitely been hard to sell something slow made, small batch. People have to wait. But I will say that I think there's a shift happening because we're getting tired of, I'll call them out, the Shein, the Temu, like that type of like fast and honestly cheap. You know, you hear of all these like 90s summer, like this summer, everyone wants a 90s summer. Everyone wants like just a slow getting back to the basics because we're all so digital and online and sucked into this algorithm. I think there's a shift happening, and maybe it's just in my head, but I'm going to manifest it because we need quality, we need artistry, we need creativity. And I think people are really starting to feel that and feel the lack of that rather, and really seek it out. You feel the difference when you walk into Porter Flea. This is not Target. This is not like factory made things. These are made by hands and artists, and there's a difference.
Right. Well, I think that intentionality is coming around, and I think it's because everything is so freaking expensive. So if I'm going to spend the money, what a wonderful way to do so if you look the artist in the eye and talk to them about their art and their wares and how they've created it.
Yes, I cannot tell you how many times someone has been at my booth and said, "You made all of this? Like with your hands?" And without getting too woo-woo, like I think there's energy in that. I think there's energy in my pieces that are not in a factory-made slip cast piece that is one of 600,000.
Where did you get your start? in ceramics?
I didn't start ceramics until after I had my third kid. So kind of my journey with Porterfleet is pretty fun. I moved to Nashville in 2017. I moved in November, and I remember my sister-in-law who lived here. She was like, "Oh my gosh, perfect. You are just in time for Porterfleet." And I had no idea what Porterfleet was. I was like, "Sure, I'll go anywhere. I know nothing. I know no one." And I remember it was like the coldest. I still have never experienced as cold of a Porterfleet as this first quarter. And it was like so windy and it was miserable, but I just felt this energy of people lined up outside. Like they did not care about the weather. They were going to wait it out to get inside to Porterfleet. And I walked in and I was like, what kind of planet is this? Like everything's so beautiful and all these people are so beautiful and like, what is happening? So then fast forward, I had 2 more kids and then had no intention of being an artist or a small business owner or anything. And just needed a creative outlet. I needed just something once a week to, I don't know, just mix things up and just not be a mom for like 2 hours, 3 hours out of the week. So I started taking a ceramics class, and then it just, like, I've never in my life felt this moment of like, this is my thing. And it's just taken off since then. And so now full circle, I am so honored that I'm a returning vendor at Porterfleet. And never, ever, ever did I think I would be the one in the booth.
So Katie Vance, founder of the Porterfleet, told us that the art world here in Nashville is very supportive, collaborative. People find mentors. Can you tell us a little bit more about where you were taking classes and who inspired you to keep going?
I couldn't agree more. It's so supportive. I feel like in all the creative cities in the US, like Nashville just doesn't feel like the climb on top of each other to get to the top. It really, truly, to me, feels so collaborative and supportive. And yeah, I started at the Clay Lady campus. At the time, it was extremely hard to get into. And I remember I had no idea. I just truly was at this like kind of low point, to be honest with you, in my postpartum journey. And I just like Googled art classes, ceramic, like just anything. I just was like, anything, I'll take anything. And Clay Lady popped up. I think it was like on a Sunday. It said, Tuesday, we're opening up our classes. Called on a Tuesday. Someone answered. I booked my class, and then they started congratulating me. And I was like, what? I am so confused. Like, thanks. I'll see you then. And come to find out, like some people were on this waiting list just forever and ever to get in. But got my start there. And then through that community, just through conversation, through like generous people reaching out, started collaborating, started an Instagram, then started people saying like, hey, do you want to work together? Do you want to collaborate together? I'm an interior designer. I'm just through so many people being generous with their time and talent, it's been so refreshing.
Is there a certain artist out there right now that just is truly blowing your mind that will be showing at Porterfleet this year?
I have a few. I usually have like a list, and the running joke in our household is that Porterfleet is basically a wash for me because I spend every dime that I make because, listen, I can't help myself and I will not apologize. But I love Studio Kelsey. She is an incredible artist in Nashville. She makes just the most stunning pieces of clothing. Like what she's doing right now and who she's collaborating with is just unheard of. And I'm like such a fan. I'm such a fangirl of her. Also on my radar for this Porterfleet is 2 jewelry creators, which is like not quite my usual go-to because I'm not like a huge jewelry girl, but I have my eye on Mact. She's from New York. She makes jewelry, and they've been posting about her on Instagram, and I'm like, I will be finding your booth. And then also there's this creator, M. Randall, and she is an artist, and my husband and I just have been such a fan of her for years, and we have pieces of hers around our house. And yeah, just the spectrum and the different type of artistry and what you'll find at Porterfleet, it's all there.
Well, if somebody walks in there feeling kind of creatively stuck or disconnected, what do you hope they leave with?
If someone walks out of there stuck and not creatively inspired, then I would wonder if you had the right location, because in the best way, the overstimulation of creativity in that room, like the amount of artistry just packed into that room, it is just bursting, and you can like tangibly feel it when we're all setting up. You just feel this like energy. It's like colorful and creative, and there's texture and there's sounds and there's food and smells. Like it is just every sense on overload. I always say, like, even if you don't buy a single thing at Porter Flea, you are metaphorically purchasing something as you leave, because you have to be inspired to create or support a creator, or just to be aware of who's in your community. And all of these people and talents and small businesses are around you, and they're doing it. They're making a living and following their passions. And it is so inspiring.
Have you seen any art there that's the most Nashville thing ever?
The holiday market last year, this wasn't a vendor, but there was a tuba player. Do you know of him? Joe Hunter.
Is this the tuba player that plays on Thompson Lane under the bridge?
Yes.
Whoa.
And he's like cruising around, and there's a tuba player while there's like East Nashville hipsters buying from local artists. And it was just like, this is the most Nashville experience you can have of like music, creatives, everything all in one room. And it was magical. And there was like thousands of people in the room just supporting local artists. And you're just like, this is life. This is living.
Well, can you just remind us how it actually works? Because I know Friday night you can purchase a ticket for an early viewing of the art. How important is it to get in there early?
I mean, if you want first dibs,
right,
you gotta pay.
Okay.
Also, it's just so, Friday is a party. Friday is people pushing the limits in fashion. It is like, maybe have a beverage of choice while you shop. And there's just the hype around the Friday night shopping experience is so fun. The vibes are high. And if you've got your eye, like I have some people that they just have their eye on something. It's probably not going to be there for long. So
I had no idea Friday night's a party.
Oh, Friday night is a party.
And then it's free on Saturday to attend.
Free on Saturday, still a great vibe, like tons of foot traffic, and it's so fun. You can't go in there. If you live in Nashville, you cannot go in that room without finding someone that you know, because everyone's there. It's the place to be.
All right. Well, Porter Flea is not a sponsor of CityCast Nashville, but it sure sounds like we are supportive of them, because, I mean, where else are you going to go and support artists right now? And again, local businesses need our support more than ever.
Yes.
So, folks, we're going to put all the information in today's show notes. I've never been to the Friday night party. I think I'm going to be attending. You just convinced me. I'm going to bring my art teacher mom. We're going to plan our outfits, and we're going to go to this party and get our art on. So thank you for inspiring us.
You must stop by. I want to see the fit. I want to meet mom, all of it.
All right. We'll see you there then. Thank you so much for being on CityCast.
Thank you for having me.
That's all for today here on CityCast Nashville. And don't forget, you can support this show and get great perks by becoming a CityCast Nashville neighbor at membership.citycast.fm. If you enjoyed the show, why not tell your friends, rate the show, leave us a review, and subscribe to our CityCast Nashville newsletter. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Toodles!